All right, Bobcat fans, we're here on deck with head coach Whatley. This segment is sponsored by Roof Masters and your local Hallsville Sonic. Started over last time.
I thought I was going to say the real Coach Whatley.
I thought about slipping it in, then I ran out of breath. All right, I'm ready now.
Marc running out of breath.
Yeah.
You and Marc can talk.
Yes, I'm still a little flustered. All right, I'm ready. I'm good.
5, 4, 3.
The real Coach Whatley.
All right, Bobcat fans, we're here on deck with head coach Whatley. This segment is sponsored by Roof Masters and your local Hallsville Sonic. Coach, we're in round 2 district. The season is coming, the regular season, to an end. Man, first question I got is, it seems like we just started last week. I'm saying it seems that way. Has this season flown by to you?
Yeah, it's flying. I mean, it's just every day, just constantly looking at the board. And it seems like, looking back, I feel like we were just in Lufkin, yesterday. But now we're second round through. Had a big game against Mount Pleasant last night, and we've put ourselves in a pretty good position going forward with 3 to play or 4 to play.
I have 2 questions. Last night's game was huge because that you avenged your only loss.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you had the advantage going into the game last night because you knew what you had to improve on?
We were good. I mean, they beat us. I mean, it was
We had 2 hits.
We had 2 hits. Our kids were not beat down. As you've seen, they've been playing pretty well. They had a lot of confidence going into last night. And the whole delay happened, and it I didn't like the delay at the timing because we had a good opportunity, and we came out, we scored a couple runs, and it should have been a little bit more. And then give them credit, they came right back out, scored 3 on top of our 2, and kind of put a little damper on us a little bit. But our kids, like they've done all year, they settled down, got their feet underneath them, and we started to put some runs on the board.
Well, like me and Marc was talking about last night, the biggest key to a good team and a great team, the 2 differences, is a good team wins, a great team wins with 2 outs.
Mm-hmm.
Last night with 2 outs, you put 4 runs on the board. I believe that's 3 or 4 runs
That
on the
sounds
board.
right.
One inning and then a couple more in the next
Yeah.
inning.
Tell me how huge that is.
So those are backbreakers. When you get those 2 out RBIs, it's a backbreaker. I mean, we've been on the other end of it, and it's not fun. You can't stop it. But we've had some kids come through, and we had more opportunities than that last night. We left 13 people on base. I went back and looked at that. I mean, we had runners on base every inning, and I mean, we had opportunities to score even more. But like we tell those kids, when they get in the box, be aggressive. Look for a good pitch and don't be fooled and center it up.
Probably should have bunted more is what I was talking about last night.
I got a guy would bunt down 15 with the bases loaded and nobody out. But that's another story for another day. I got 2 big questions for you that I want to ask in this interview. Being the first year head coach at Hallsville, I know you have goals. You're competitive. It's the reason why you're in the spot you're at. At any point, do you ever get to step out of that goal-driven mindset and just get to enjoy the ride of what you're actually accomplishing and doing because you're always setting to the next goal, or do you ever get to enjoy it?
I feel like I haven't got to step outside and enjoy it like you're saying, but I am definitely enjoying the process of how it's going, and I enjoy it going 90 miles an hour. I mean, that's kind of how I am. It's fast-paced, and there's not much downtime, As soon as I leave the field, I'm going home to 3 crazy girls, and my wife's on the other end of it doing the same thing. So, I mean, our household that's kind of how it is, and it's fun. I wouldn't have it any other way, though.
Well, that brings me actually to question number 2, is we're always mentioned as the second Coach Whatley.
Yeah.
And Kayla is the real Coach Whatley. How does that make you feel? We're going deep inside right here with Coach Whatley. How does it make you feel?
I mean, so we've both been here 10 years coaching.
Right.
Now she's been here for her entire life. So, I mean, and she's kind of earned a lot more than I have around here. So
she's got more wins. I'm just going to let you know.
She's had more opportunities. But, Kayla's great. She's fantastic at what she does. She taps those girls out and gets I mean, she gets them competing. I mean, if anybody's gone and watched a game, when she's out there, she's on fire. She bleeds purple, and I mean, it's kind of filtered over to me. This is, I mean,
You know, we say that in jest, and I'll say this: you've done a great job. You know, I've seen you since you've been here. You know, with my oldest one, the transition from the assistant coach Whatley to head coach to me has been it's been great. You've done a great job, and I know we was talking about the ride a while ago. Is it harder because whenever you was the assistant coach Whatley, you could have just a little bit more fun with the guys. Now you're the head coach Whatley. Is that harder?
it is because, you know, and Coach Mitchell would always tell me this. He was like, you know, they like you. He's like, they don't like me. And I would always, you know, be like, oh, yes, they do. But, I mean, I try to tell the kids this, you know, I'm not here to be their best friend. That's not what my job is. My job is to get the best out of them and do what's best for this team. But at the same time, I don't want to be that guy that, you know, you can't come to and hang out and talk to. And, you know, I mean, that's big for me. And I know having the coaching staff that we have with, you know, other Coach Whatley and Coach Grissom, and Coach Bailey, Coach Hiles, I mean, we got some good guys that the kids enjoy being around, and that makes it good for our program. I think that builds some more strength there. Our kids enjoy being around us. They enjoy being at the baseball field. So I think that has a lot to do with the coaches that we have here in Hallsville. And it's not just baseball. We got, I mean, you go talk to all of our coaches. We got some good guys and good girls around here, and I think that's, I mean, when I see Hallsville, that's what I think of is what we have going for us.
So let's talk about the rest of the season. We got 4 games left in regular season. Is that correct?
4 games.
We got a 2-game lead.
1.
1 game. My math, I had to take my shoes off. I thought we had the 2 game. We have the 1 full game ahead on everybody.
Yes.
What upcoming? What is our stumbles and what do we?
So tomorrow is Texas High. We're 7-1. They're 6-2, but we've beaten them once. So if we can win tomorrow night, that gives us a pretty good little cushion. With 3 to play, we'll have 2 games up on everybody. So I mean, the other teams are kind of beating up on each other right now, which is what I expected. And we just got, like I said, it's in our own hands right now. We take care of our business, and that's all we can really control. We can't control what the other teams do. Control what we control, and we should be okay, and we can get ready to make that run that you're talking about.
Hey, let's make it, Coach. Thank you for joining us. That's been On Deck with Head Coach Whatley. We'll see y'all next time, guys.